Hey guys, J19 brought to you another video, and today we're going to be discussing all the games that I've been keeping an eye on. We're going to talk about the Monster Hunter Wilds Gamescom stuff, the trailer. We're going to talk about the PS5 Pro stuff that's going around, what I think of it, what's my hype level for it. I'm going to talk about me playing the Black Ops 6 beta. I played that for about 4 hours yesterday. I tried out the Black Myth Wukong. We're going to talk about the hype levels behind that, about what's going on with that game, and many, many more in this episode of this gaming podcast of mine. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for being patient. Thank you guys for the love and support. As always, we are 10 away from 300. That's my sub goal for this year. I know I haven't really been making a lot of content the last few days. I've just been kind of just letting things play out, and I plan on doing just a big old podcast. So with that said, let's get right into it. A lot of stuff's going on. Let's get the PlayStation 5 Pro stuff out of the way. PS5 Pro is real. I've been talking about this for a while. Discord, I think I even mentioned on Twitter a few times. And people didn't think I was right? People say, why would they do a Pro? Well, it's coming. It's coming. We're going to get an announcement within the next first couple weeks of September sometime. There's been fake Twitter accounts, not Twitter accounts, but fake pages, like anonymous page that tells you when and where it's going to announce this thing, how much it's going to cost, and whatnot. We have a little bit of information on the specs. I don't really want to pay attention to all that. I'm at the point I just don't think a PS5 Pro is worth it. There is an image going around I was going to show you guys, but it's fake. You guys probably seen it by now. It looks like a PS5, but with Adidas. It's like the Adidas three stripes going through it, right? Metallic stripes. And that's not the right design of the PS5 Pro, apparently. So, see that? It's fake. The PS5 Pro is coming. I think we get a pre-order is going to go live sometime September. Jeff Grubb talked about a state of play. It's not a PlayStation showcase, so a lot of people are bummed out about that. I personally thought, you know what, you got the PS5 Pro coming. You got to start marketing PS5 titles because, let's face it, Concord didn't live up to expectations. That thing's flopping like crazy. It is failing. Now, is the game bad? No. Does the game have issues with being $40 and people don't want to spend $40 on a game they want to try when they can go out and play games like Valorant for free? Absolutely. They don't want to do that. So we got that going on. So Sony's at a time frame right now, and you see a whole bunch of devs come out, start saying, hey, how are you doing? Insomniac Games, I'm trying to think what else did that. I think Insomniac Games mostly. Santa Monica kind of did that, the whole Corey Barlog. He came out, he posted something, hey, he's back from the wildlands, or I don't know, the woodlands. I don't know what he said exactly, but we covered that a little bit, right? They're teasing something. I think state of play, there's a lot of work going around, a lot of people speculating that Sony wants to get away from the PlayStation Showcase name, because they've done that to get ready for the PlayStation 5 release. They had to get the future of PlayStation, the PlayStation 5 Showcase, because it's trying to hype up the PS5. So people said, well, if we're not having a showcase anymore, then why you want to do state of play? State of plays have been kind of right? A lot of people expect AAA first party games to show up, and they usually don't. I mean, they have the Astrobot did, and they have Spider-Man 2 did, had a trailer and stuff like that with different costumes and suits and stuff like that. But yeah, if we're gonna just drop the PlayStation Showcase name and just stick with state of play, somebody told me that they can still do an hour showcase of the state of play, but show off first party titles. They're gonna have to start doing something, because if you're gonna stay quiet and just say, well, we got Astrobot coming out this, about next week, we got, Helldivers 2 came out earlier this year. That's fine, all set and dandy, right? But the problem with that is a lot of people bought a PlayStation 5 to do what? To play your games. When you only have Helldivers 2 and Astrobot being the big games, while Concord is a flop, that's not a good sign of things to come. I know that Insomniac list got leaked of when they're gonna release games, but things can change. either delays happen or things go a lot smoother than they thought. So that list is kind of like, okay, it's out there. You can go look at it. It's ransomware and stuff, which is not good. I don't recommend anybody looking up that stuff. Don't give anyone that time of day, right? I saw it accidentally. I don't want to see it ever again. I don't want to know. I want to forget the dates. We know Wolverine's coming, right? Wolverine's probably a year off, at least. Probably a year and a half off the way it's going. So we don't have much of anything on that. Other than that, there's little teases like they've been working on projects. They're really super excited to like show us stuff, but when and where, I'm not sure because now Jeff Grubb's saying we got a state of play, but like what's going to be shown? You can't really show off Astrobot unless you got like a launch trailer. I think they just did a launch trailer, didn't they? So you can't really have that as your main focus. Death Stranding 2, you're going to show Death Stranding 2 for the next 15, 20 minutes to state of play. Like, they shown us a trailer, they show us a teaser, a trailer, and I think like almost 8 minutes of the game running. Like, the game looks incredible. Like, I don't really need to see more of that. Sure, you can have Monster Hunter Wilds. I need to see the release date for that when pre-orders can go live. That's all fine and dandy, but like, what else can you show, right? What other big major titles going to get people to buy PS5? Because the problem with PS5 right now, no, because there's no games. For some people, not me, right? I think PS5's got games. I just think that if we get more first-party games, big name games, right? New IPs and stuff to get people excited, maybe people will buy a PS5, right? Maybe people will be like, you know what, maybe it's time for me to finally get one. Like, I got a little bit of money saved around, let's go get one. But the problem is, not many people's got $500. And I know, I told people, like, it'd be nice if Sony would drop down the price of the PS5 a little bit, $50 to $100. I know they've done that during the holidays and during sales a little bit. But I would think that the PS5 is going to be 4 years old. The hardware on this console is starting to not show us age. But with PCs keep getting more and more better tech, the PS5 is starting to show, like, it doesn't have that high of, like, specs now, right? It did at launch. Like, at launch, it's like, whoa, the PS5 can do what now? Like, this is better than the PS4 in every way. Of course, the PS4 is ancient tech, right? Ancient old stuff. Like, it was ancient when it even launched. So it's like, the PlayStation 5 Pro, to get back to it, it's like, you can release a console that's more powerful, but how much is it going to cost? If you're thinking about charging $600 to $700, which people say is fake, the price range, well, if you're going to sell for $5, then the PS5 base models or Slim, it's got to be $100 less. They can't just sell the PS5 and PS5 Pro same price. Selling the PS5 Pro for like $600 to $700, and people's like, why do I need to buy a Pro for? Like, what, for better upscaling, for better ray tracing, like, I guess better performance on some games coming out? Like, how much better? That's what we don't know. Now, this model that's going around that people say, hey, this is what the PS5 Pro, I bought into it. I thought that was a legit console design, but it's not. We don't know what this thing looks like. I know there's like a white there's a white outline of what a PS5 Pro may look like. But we don't know what it looks like. And so I don't know. It's like the PS5 Pro to me just doesn't make any sense. If you're just gonna go that route, then show us some games. Like, if you're gonna have a PS5 Pro, Sony, I'm challenging you right now. Have a state of play. Show off Naughty Dogs, Sony Monaco's, or somebody. This is a challenge to you, Sony PlayStation, at the PlayStation Studios. Get some trailers around. If you want the PS5 Pro to be a success, you want the PS5 brand to keep growing. I know it's growing right now. If you want more people to join the PS5 family from PS4, make that switch over. You gotta start showing us some games on first party level. Third party, been killing it. Indie titles, been killing it, right? We've been getting lots of third party, lots of indie titles. They're killing it right now. As you can see with Black Myth Wukong, with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Final Fantasy 16. Spider-Man 2 was great, right? But we want more. I want more. I want to see more. I want to see what you guys have been working on. You guys have been working on stuff for the last 3 to 4 years. We have no trailers for these games. I know you guys are switching, right? They're switching gears and not showing anything off until closer to launch. But how much longer are you gonna wait? PS5 turns 4 years old this year. People are already saying, "Hey, PS5 is this is the worst gen of all time because games are taking too long to make." And it's like either you got two options: either A, you start showing off some of these games in trailers, review trailers. At least give us a time frame. Maybe the game comes out in 2026, right? Maybe you got a game coming out in 2025. We'd like to know. We'd like to know what you guys got coming out because you got Death Stranding 2. GTA 6 is going to sell consoles like crazy. We all know that. That's right. That's not one thing. I'm to the point now. It's like you gotta start marketing the PS5 even more, like more heavier and stuff, like especially first party side things. I know you guys are excited. Corey Barlog, Neil Druckmann, Summit Games. I know you guys are all excited. But Sony, if you listen to this, which I'm a very small channel, probably not. I want you guys to take that bold risk at the PlayStation State of Play next month, or even at Tokyo Game Show. You're gonna physically be there. You're gonna show off Astrobot, right? Get people hyped for that. You got some other games like I think Death Stranding 2 is gonna be there, but you also have other announcements you're not making yet because you're waiting off till it gets closer, which is fine. But take the boldness. Say, hey, look, you want to buy PS5 Pro? This is why. You want to buy PS5? You want to switch from PS4 to PS5? This is why. It is time to start showing off the first party games for the next 18 months. At least the next, I say 18 months is like year and a half, right? It'd be 2025 third quarter almost, right? Almost third quarter. So it'd be about the middle of 2026. What's coming out between then and there, right? We want to know. This is just more like me ranting because yes, Spider-Man 2 is amazing. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth blew my mind. It's one of the best PS5 games out there. Final Fantasy 16 was very good. I played Resident Evil 4 Remake on PS5. Phenomenal, right? A lot of games on PS5 are phenomenal. They have PS4 versions. They have last gen versions. You can go play those. But it's best to play on current gen consoles or PC. If you want the best experience, the best way it looks, all that. So yeah, that's my rant on that part. This whole PS5 Pro thing, I don't know. I just don't feel good about it. I thought the design, I was starting to grow on this one design. I wish I can show you guys, but it's fake. Just like I said, just go out there and look at it. Just type in PS5 Pro on X or Twitter, or even just in your Google search, you'll find an image of it. It's fake, apparently. So, anyways, the PS5 Pro. If Sony's really going down this road, that apparently is true. Like devs were talking about at Gamescom, I didn't really catch all that. I was so focused on Monster Hunter Wilds, I didn't really pay attention to what devs had to say about PS5 Pro. Apparently, it's coming. So, and I told you guys this for a while now. I said PS5 Pro is coming, but to me, it's not worth it. It's not worth the $600-$700, whatever how much it's going to be. I don't know how much storage it's going to have. I don't know exactly what it's going to have. There's specs out there, leaks and all that. But just I don't care. I care about Monster Hunter Wilds though. I care about this game. I can't wait for this game to come out. Because I tell you what, watching the trailer of this trailer right here, in the side of my corner of my screen, you guys see on this video, I was blown away. The game looks phenomenal. This is probably the best looking Monster Hunter game I've seen in forever. Monster Hunter Wild World, I thought was like very big, high budget. This is even better. They officially showing off the PS5 version of the game, and people will say, "Yeah, the game's got some issues." Well, it's the first look of gameplay. You finally get your hands on it. It's not the full final product. This game is I think this game is launching before summer next year. It's got to. They can't go anywhere close to GTA 6. I don't even think this game should even come nowhere near Death Stranding 2, to be honest. This game is going to come out in the quarter one, right? Quarter one or early quarter two. That's my bet. They got a lot of time to work on it. They said they're still in heavy development of this game. But to see it running, to see this game... I saw this game for like a good hour, right? I saw like gameplay footage just like an hour. They tease a lot of stuff. There's underwater traversal. I don't think we're gonna have combat underwater. We can traverse underwater. They showed a little bit of that. I didn't really see a whole lot of that. I saw a screenshot like, whoa. Hunting. Hunting's more dynamic. The music's more dynamic. There's no loading. Once you're in, right? You go to towns, you go to villages, we stock up, you make camps over here, make camps over there. Of course, camps can be destroyed by monsters. The new not flagship, but the apex of the Woodworm Plains looks incredible. You can see on the screen here. I saw him in combat, like him in action. I saw like the other 4 or 5 monsters that were reviewed. I saw them. Excuse me, I'm still a little tired. But yeah, just this game looks incredible. I can't wait. This is Capcom's most ambitious title. And people ask me, it's like, is this coming to last gens? I know. They picked the current gen and PC for a reason. They want to optimize what the best hardware is out there possible. How you do that? You go PC and current gen. Last gen, they said this game wouldn't do what we wanted to do. It would have a lot of issues. It's massive. It's ambitious. So we saw Scarlet Forest. That looks incredible. We saw our first spider monster. Spider wyvern, per se. That looks incredible. I can't wait to see that arm. I saw the armor for it. I was like, yeah. We got Spider Monster. And I'm excited for this game. I really am. This is my most anticipated game of 2025. I wish they just announced the pre-orders probably towards GTS, Tokyo Game Show. I think they're going to have more on that. I think they're going to have another trailer. I hope they don't show off too many new monsters. I hope they keep a lot of it under wraps. Let us explore. Let us find stuff. This monster here, love it. A lot of people might not be a fan of spiders. That's understandable. But man, just the design of this, like the location here, like location right here is amazing. Right? It's amazing. I love it. I can't wait for this game. So what I saw is like crossplay. This fun, like for multiplayer, co-op. I can't wait to play with my friends. I'm gonna get this on PC so I can stream it for you guys. Like I said before, definitely gonna be streaming Black Ops 6 a little bit. Probably do some zombie runs, multiplayer. I'm probably not gonna do campaign because, like every Call of Duty, is gonna have copyright music off the wazoo, and some companies. There's some games that like I watch somebody streaming like The Quarry. It's not a hit on them, but like even he said even on streamer mode on, they still had copyright music. He had to cut off all the music. He turned the music down to 0. So I'm probably not gonna stream the campaign portion because that I don't want to get a strike on my channel or YouTube for that matter. So I'm gonna keep that up front with you guys. I'll probably play it and do like a review of it, like how I feel. We're gonna stream Call of Duty Black Ops 6, so I'm definitely getting into that. Probably put so many streams together. It's not gonna be like a part 1, part 2. It's not gonna be like a series, but it's just me streaming. I'll post it like on YouTube the next day, so you guys can watch me play. If you're interested in Call of Duty, having a lot of fun. I'll probably have a friend of mine. We're probably gonna chit chat, talk about the game, have some fun playing it. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be probably a lot of frustration out of fun. So with that said, if you don't like profanity, sometimes I slip. I don't mean to, but it's gonna happen. So anyways, with that said, that's my plans for that. I can't wait to get Until Dawn. I pre-ordered Astrobot. I can't wait to play that game next week. I bought Marvel vs. Capcom, the collection that's coming like September, right? Digitally, it's this coming month. Like we got like 2 weeks before that's out, but I didn't get it digitally. I bought this. I pre-ordered a physical copy because they said you get it's like the official comic book of the game or something like Marvel vs. Capcom, which is kind of nuts. Like I guess it's like it's like a nice little treat bonus they added in, and some other bonus. I forget what it was, but I was like, wow, that's actually pretty sick. So I got that coming. I ordered the Suikoden 1 and 2 remaster. I got that for PS5 physically. I'll probably stream Until Dawn remake for you guys on stream. Definitely want to. That looks incredible. I haven't done a stream Until Dawn since like 3 years ago. maybe 4. It's been a long time. I did that on PS4, by the way. I think it was, or PS5 when I first got the console. So it's been a while. We're gonna do the old-fashioned Until Dawn remake. I'm gonna try to. They switch around like the collection, like the collectibles and stuff like that. They add some new story content and to like really dig deep in like the characters and stuff like that. They change things up like cameras and stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting playthrough for sure. I do know the story by heart, so I'm not gonna be like, freaking out and stuff for that. Stuff happened like jump scares and stuff like that. But definitely gonna play through it. I thought it was one of my favorite games back in PS4. It blew my mind like how good it was. So I'm looking forward to it. So that's my streaming content. I thought about streaming Black Myth Wukong possibly, but I just decided to just go ahead and play it. Talk about that game. I play that game on max settings. On my rig, I have a RX 6900 XT with a Ryzen 7 5800X. Man, blew my mind. I can play at max settings. I haven't even reached the potential of my GPU. The game looks cinematic as all get out. Like the lighting, the textures, the environments, the everything. It's probably down by about 45 FPS or whatever. It's kind of smooth and kind of not. But I just want to play it like that motion. Just look at it because I went from like very high to cinematic. Like cinematic's the highest setting, which is max. Like supposed to be like ultra, or whatever, or nightmare, whatever you want to call it. Not nightmare, but ultra, very high in some games. But this is called cinematic, and everything's maxed out. And I'm sitting to go, this is the best looking game ever. And the Unreal Engine 5 kicks Epic Games. Keep up the good work. You guys are really super knocking this engine out of the park. Just keep tweaking it. Keep getting it better and better. As the engine gets better version of itself, game developers will be able to take a much more easier approach. Because trust me, if it can, because I'm going to tell you what, right now, Black Myth Wukong is the best looking game of all time. If you don't believe me, go check out screenshots, go check out the game yourself. If you have a PC, even I don't know how it looks on PS5. Probably looks phenomenal on PS5. If you can, max out, turn ray tracing on your PS5. See how it looks. Put on 4K and see how the game looks. This game is like, it is that good. Like, shout out to the Chinese devs that made that game. I forgot what they're called. Silly me, I didn't write down their name. But man, what a game! The game is amazing. I only on chapter 1. I got through about 3 hours of grind. You can grind in the game because I got stuck on the boss. But yeah, just the combat's fun. The music incredible. Intro is so sick. Is it my game of the year? Probably not, because you guys know me. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is my game of the year. It's the best game. That game made me emotional. I was emotionally wrecked throughout. I had to sit there and like take a few days. I know I made that one video. I regret that if I just let my feelings just go and just take the game as is. Best Final Fantasy game ever. Instead of being it had potential, but it's a mess, right? If I would just left my feelings out of it, it wouldn't be a 7.5 out of 10. It's a dang near 10 out of 10 game. Like, the only issues I have with it is some of the mini games are extremely tough, but that's on me. And the terrain reactions could be a little more smoother, right? Other than that, the game is phenomenal. I love it. And speaking of Unreal Engine 5, Amaguchi also stated that they might possibly be switching to Unreal Engine 5 for Part 3. And if they do that and the development goes a lot faster, goes a lot more efficient, that'll be amazing. But if they don't, I'm not gonna be mad about it. But imagine, guys, if Square Enix is able to tap into Unreal Engine 5, the potential it has to make, if you guys seen Black Myth Wukong, to make Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 look just like that. I know it's not going to be like that because it's got a lot of assets. But my goodness, guys. Imagine what Part 3 is going to look like on Unreal Engine 5. It'd be like, I can't imagine it right now. I'm getting too excited. But if they don't, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. But I'm just so excited about games. I'm back in a gaming mood. I played games for almost 8 hours yesterday. Throughout my time, I was just having a blast. What a time to spend my Friday. Today's Saturday. I might get some more gaming in today. I got all the dailies done. I wonder what kind of dailies are coming out for Black Ops 6 beta. I know some people out there just don't like Call of Duty. They think that Black Ops 6 is bad. It's a beta. I mean, beta alpha is like the very beginning stages. Like you got the dev build, alpha, beta, then it's like polishing stage, and then final product, right? So what they're showing us right now in Black Ops 6 beta, it's just like this is what the game looks like, how it's gonna run, but it's gonna be a lot better at launch. It's gonna be, I trust them over the devs for Battlefield 40 to 40, 4020. Was it 2042 or was it 4220? I don't know. You guys know which one won. Had a lot of hype for the demo and stuff, and you guys know they fixed it, right? They fixed it, but it's like, come on, like how can a game be worse at launch than it is in the beta form? Like, it's not how it should be. So I have a lot of hype over Black Ops 6. I think it's gonna be great. I know some people think it's not the greatest thing in the world. Like they could do a lot better. That's fine. You got your opinions. I got mine. I'm super hyped for Black Ops 6. I'm not gonna be playing much multiplayer, but I'll play some. But I'm more into the zombie part, right? Zombies are my thing. I used to play that back in my day. I do all-nighters and stuff like that. It's so much fun. So we're definitely gonna be doing that. I just can't wait. Like, this has been incredible gaming. Speaking of Black Myth Wukong real quick before I lose my train of thought, this thing sold over 10 million copies. Like, in like the first couple of days or 3 days, I'm like, what? How? This game is getting a lot of buzz, and reports out there are saying it could possibly hit about 12 to 15 million copies sold already. And a buddy of mine is like, I wouldn't be shocked if it sells 20 million copies by the end of this year. I'm like, that's insane. That's insane. Speaking of Crane, Dying Light the Beast. Oh, you guys saw the reaction trailer. Kyle Crane is back, and like people's like, you need to stop. People need to stop being so fed up, so into Kyle Crane. Get over it. It's like old news. Like, you don't realize Kyle Crane is a badass on Dying Light 1. Like, we want to know like what happened to him, and he's back. And this was supposed to be like a DLC for Dying Light 2, but never became a DLC. They made it into their own spin-off game, which is incredible. The game looks great. Definitely probably get it on PC. I don't know if I'll stream it, but man, what a surprise. My reaction to that video, on that trailer, you guys can go check that out. It's on my YouTube channel. I'm just like so excited for that game. Like, my goodness, it's just like Astro Bot's coming out. I got Until Dawn, Black Ops 6. I played Black Myth Wukong, going through that game. I got some other games I want to play. I got like Final Fantasy Rebirth. I want to get through the second playthrough of that. I've been watching people play Remake. I guess Final Fantasy Remake is like getting a lot of buzz again. People are buying that game and playing the game. They want to play Rebirth. Like, so like, if you haven't picked up Remake, you want to play Rebirth, hey, I recommend it. I know Final Fantasy Remake is really linear because that's how Midgar was back in the old FF7. I know some of the level designs are probably so PS2-esque, but it's fine. The PlayStation 5 version is the best one to play. Or if you want to play the PC version, recommend that too. Final Fantasy Rebirth is definitely a step up from Remake. Definitely open world. Lots of side content. You don't have to do that. If you don't want to shoot straight for the story, that's fine. The pacing for the story is phenomenal. It's the best way to experience FF7 Rebirth. FF7 Remake, if you want to skip the side content and shoot right straight to the story, the pacing in that game is even better. But yeah, anyways, that's all I have to say about that. Final Fantasy 16 as well for PCs coming out next month, along with God of War Ragnarok for PC. So you PC players got lots to eat. Ragnarok is a fantastic game. If you like 2018 on PC, you'll love Ragnarok. I think it's a step up. Final Fantasy 16, if you haven't played the demo, I highly recommend it. I played on max settings or medium settings and stuff like that. Been messing around. Gameplay is phenomenal. Gameplay's fun. I beat the game on PS5, of course, so you guys know my take on it. If you haven't played Final Fantasy games, but you're into action games, the demo will set you up story-wise to get you immersed in the story. It does have some action part in the game where you get to play it. There is a iconic challenge at the end of the demo. You get to like test out Clive's three of his icons that he gets to have in the game. You get to test out in the segment of the story. It does jump up about 7 hours into the game. So if you don't want to be spoiled, like, you don't have to play it. But if you want to get more like of the action, beat the demo, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours long. Jump right into an iconic challenge, and you can get like a whole bunch of combat and some story stuff. And it's amazing, right? It's amazing. I love the first 3/4 of the game. I think the final third of the game is kind of for me. It's still fantastic. Love the battles, love the story, the characters. If you guys love action, mature, this is a game for you. I recommend you guys getting it on PC. But the problem is, the game drops 2 days before Ragnarok does, and that's a lot of gaming. But I hope you guys enjoy that one. I think that's going to be worth it. So anyways, that's what I have for you guys for today. I think this is a good podcast, a little over a half hour. Before I go, Bandai Namco. Come on. Let's talk about it. There's a game you guys have. There's a franchise that you guys have. You guys tease it in Xenoblade. I've seen some character models, especially Cosmos. You guys know where I'm going with this. Hashtag free Xenosaga trilogy. Please, Bandai Namco, I know you guys said no to a remaster years ago, but trust me on this. As any JRPG fan, if you have played the Xenosaga series, the trilogy, you guys know where I'm coming from. If you haven't, it's one of the most like bizarre. It's like a really bizarre but a phenomenal trilogy in the JRPG. Bandai Namco, you guys are supposed to be like one of the top dogs in the Japanese market, right? For one of the Japanese companies. You got Nintendo, Capcom, Square Enix, and many more. For you guys to be number 2 for me in my book, you guys still got lots of good games. I love Tales of Arise, right? I love that game. You guys help with Elden Ring, with From Software, right? But for you guys to get my like, oh yeah, like I love Bandai Namco, free Xenosaga trilogy. If you guys would, for those who are watching this, share with a friend and get and mark this part right here. Free Xenosaga trilogy. Bandai Namco, if you're watching this in some way, some form, please, from the bottom of my heart, the bottom of the hearts of JRPG fans, those are gems. They just got locked away. Xenosaga Episode 3 is expensive to buy. Xenosaga 1 and 2 you can buy pretty fairly cheap. But Episode 3 is a nightmare to buy. If you don't have the money, I looked into it, it's expensive. It's like $200-300 at least. Or May is over $100. I think it's like 100-150, but it could be up to about $200-300. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. But trust me, guys. Xenosaga trilogy. If you just remaster it, the whole trilogy, just put it on a bundle. Shoot, if you want to make money off it, sell one remaster per every other year, or every couple of years, every 3 years. Trust me on this. That game will sell like hotcakes. I know there's some fans out there that haven't really talked about it. I'm sure a lot of people have played it before. I think Xenosaga deserves some love. Because I tell you what, Capcom is killing it. They are bringing back a lot of their fantastic fighting games. Other companies are bringing back old games, old franchises, or remasters, or even just a simple port. Trust me on this. Bandai Namco, I'm calling you guys out in a friendly way. Please, 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 please. Free Xenosaga trilogy. Remaster it, just port it over, do something. Trust me, it will sell. You'll make money off it. It is a hidden gem, not so hidden gem, but it's a gem you got stored away. And for those companies out there that have other gems you're hiding away, you think about bringing them back, or even just hesitating, bring it back. Because I'll tell you what, there's a lot of modern day gamers spend a big run at older games. A lot of players want to experience the gems, but it wasn't like back then. Or it's in, they have to buy a console, they have to hopefully find a copy of the game that works. I'm telling you now, companies that have hidden gems or gems that you don't want to bring back, if you're hesitating, I implore you to bring it back. It's going to sell like hotcakes. Anyways, with that said, this is a nice little game podcast. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of all this. Are you guys excited for games that's coming out? What's your most anticipated game for 2025? What's your most anticipated game for the rest of this year? Do you guys agree? Do you think that Bandai Namco should man up, company up, and just say, you know what, maybe you guys are right. Let's just get Xenosaga Trilogy out there. What other gems do you guys want to see? Make a return. I would love to see other games. Like, I know Sony, before I end this video, let's talk about that real quick. Sony, what they do? They brought back Legend of Dragoon, right? Brought it back on PlayStation Store, as on the PlayStation Collection, Classic category. Guess what happened? The game sold an extra 2 million copies. And Sony's like, what? This game sold 2 million copies? Just like that. Why? Because people have been begging for it. I guess what Sony wants to do. They go, maybe we can bring that franchise back. Maybe we'll do something about it. Maybe we'll remake it, right? Maybe Blue Point will remake the game. Who knows? Who knows? It's all it takes, right? Bring back a franchise, bring back a gem, and it sells 2 million copies. And Sony's like, or 1 to 2 million. I don't know the exact number. But you guys get my point. You guys saw the article. I know I did. I was like, whoa. Like, they sold that many copies, more copies, and it's got Sony's attention. And of course, the original devs of the game is like, well, we're no longer in development. We're no longer teams. Like, nothing we can do about it. It's up to Sony. It's Sony's IP. Sony sees it. Bandai Namco, you can see that with Xenosaga. If you bring that back, at least port it. If you port it to consoles, maybe people be like, hey, maybe you want to remake this thing. Just saying. I'd love to play a game. Play again. I wish I had copies. I wish I kept my copies. I didn't. I was a dummy. I got rid of it. So anyways, enough of me going on. I ranted long enough. It's a ranting gaming podcast. But I'm excited for games. Gaming's back. I got the NFL coming back. My Detroit Lions are ranked, probably ranked 2 or 3, probably 4th on the power rankings. They are like the second or third favorites to win Super Bowl 59. Like, they have high expectations. The general manager came out and said, hey, it's Super Bowl. We're here to win the Super Bowl. This is year 4. So I'm excited. Excited for NFL, excited for football, excited for video games. Video games are back, baby. I know you've been here, but I'm back. I'm back to making content. Back for video games. I'm back for the excitement I have. I hope you guys are too. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think of all this. Are you guys excited about NFL? So anyways, I dragged this off enough. Like, subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notifications. Stay notified when I go live or upload my next video. If you guys enjoy these podcasts, I'll try to do more videos down the road. I just got a lot going on my mind. I'm just like blown away. I'm so excited. So excited. Gamescom was a blast. I enjoyed it. So anyways, links in the description both for my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. You guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, follow, and get ready. October, streaming. October is my streaming month, so can't wait. Thank you guys for loving support as always. Help me get to 300 subscribers. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.